Hi, this is your girl, Annette Fletcher, here with the Wear Your Crown Empowerment Series. If this is your first time joining us, just know that the Wear Your Crown Empowerment Series is intended to encourage women and girls into their purpose by hearing the stories of other phenomenal queens, their experiences, and their journeys to queendom. We are all perfect in our imperfections. You can find your tribe here and connect with authentic women. Today, we have LaKeenia Robinson, who is going to be sharing what she does, why she does it, why it's important, and how you can connect with her. Hello, LaKeenia.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
How are you today?
I am blissfully blessed.
Amen to that. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is LaKeenia Robinson. I am 43 and I have been modeling for different events since the summer, actually. And I really love the model. I really like to get myself out there. And the reason why I do it is because this has always been my dream to model. It's always been my fantasy to be inspired to embrace who I am. Um, so I have been doing a lot of ambassador work, modeling, um, and auditioning for TV shows.
Oh, congratulations. I heard you also have started on your portfolio.
I have.
Congratulations.
Super excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Super excited about the portfolio. I actually went to West 38 Studios in New York, had my portfolio pictures taken by Jay at the West 38 Studios. So, yes.
Okay, so that is awesome. For those of you who do not know, the 2020 Big Beautiful Women of Delaware pageant was canceled, but this year we hosted a review. And during that review, we looked at the pageant from 2016, which is when I won, to 2020 contestants who were going to be competing in that competition. And LaKeenia Robinson was actually one of our models in that event or in that review. So it was great to see her walk. She
Very
had been to practice and rehearsals, and it was wonderful to see her out in all her glory, ripping the runway. She
There you go. Yes, yes, yes.
modeling. I know that you have a couple of other
Hats.
and ventures or entrepreneurial events and activities that you're working on. Are you still doing them?
I am. I came up with 6 different flavors of shrimp. My flavors are blue cheese spicy, ranch spicy, spicy itself, and then I have a new one which is extra spicy, and then I have teriyaki and teriyaki spicy. So those are my flavors that I have, and to get those, you can either go on my not my web page, my Facebook page, and request it by via inbox, or you can go to Instagram, my Instagram page, which is blinded eye underscore peachy.
Okay, blinded eye underscore peachy on Instagram and on Facebook. You're peachy underscore
Actually, under Star Diva Media.
Star Diva Media.
Yes, on Facebook.
Okay. So we got Star Diva Media on Facebook, and we have blind eye underscore peachy for banging shrimp, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you also, now you were telling me about the CBD oils that you have as well. Is that still one of your ventures?
Absolutely. I am a affiliated company for Pure Shaka CBD herbs, I guess you can say. And
I do sell that as well. You may also order it through my website and it can be shipped to your address.
Okay, that's awesome. So what got you started in starting all of these businesses? When I saw you when I got back from Japan, you were like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh snap. I need to catch up with Peachy, see what she got going on, because she always had something going on. So what inspired you to start some of these business ventures?
So what started me was back in 2014, I realized, by the way, I do have a book that is out and it's called Colored Love. I don't have it through Amazon as of yet, but I do have books that I actually go through that you can order through email. And it's called Colored Love, the poetry book. It's explicit, so it has a lot of deep poetry in it. And that's what inspired me because high school, I wrote all the time. When I got out of there and I wasn't working for like 3 years, God had put in my head more creation. So at that point, I said, you know what, let me go ahead and publish my book. And I talked to a gentleman named Marvin Couch, and he inspired me. He said, you know what? Your book can be 3 pages. Your book can be 15 pages. Your book can be 500 pages. Who is there to tell you your book has to be a certain amount of pages? So he said, why don't you publish your own book? From that point on, we sat there, we came up with a design. We took and put the book together, made copies of the book. I started selling the books. And then at that point, he said, you know what? Your calling is not to make books. Your calling is to do pictures. So he said, buy yourself a camera. I said, okay, I'll do that. I bought myself a camera, little Nikon LX. And he looked at that camera. He said, oh my God, this camera took that picture? He said, it's all about that. You're off to a good start. At that moment, I started having barbecues at my house. And then I made shrimp. Every person that tried my shrimp was like, yo, oh my God, these are good. Yo, oh my God, these are good. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start making that as a main course and see how far it goes. So from that point on, I started making shrimp. Then something came in my mind was like, add this to it, add that to it, do this, do that. So that's when I started doing different flavors. As my kids were trying it, it's like, Mom, you know what? We should make this a business. At the time he was 13, my 13-year-old, which is now 15, he was like, Mom, why don't you name it Peachy's Restaurant and make shrimp? And I was like, not a bad idea, but I don't know about that. So I started making them and I started putting it out on Facebook and everything. People started ordering them. And then when they started ordering them, they were like, yo, I'll do it again. I'll order again. This is something I want to order again. So I said, you know what? Maybe that's just something I can do. And I started every weekend I was doing it. And then I started realizing, yo, I'm burning myself out. So I started doing it like once a month. So, and yes, I still do the shrimp. I have other adventures too that I'm stepping my foot into as well, like making T-shirts. So that's something else I'm trying to go into, is making T-shirts.
Okay, that is awesome. This is definitely the season to try some new ventures, to actually kind of press the envelope, because in this season, I feel like this is a growing season, and not to just sit around on our laurels and hope that this COVID is going to be over, but know that this is your season to grow. Like, you have time to sit and do some of those things that you've wanted to do, you've wanted to try, and you're like, I'm just not sure. You have all the time in the world. So all of those excuses we've been using, like,
No more.
I don't have time to read it, I don't have time to look up, you have time. So I've been saying I'm a read. So I purchased a book from another speaker that we have, Tanya LaRue, and I am enjoying that book. And I really need to take more time to finish The Shack. So I'm like, okay, let me finish The Shack. But I'm in her book like, oh my goodness. This is the season though to start, and those business ventures are awesome. So to other queens out there who are looking for another venture, start now. If you're interested in some shrimp, some banging flavor shrimp, you need to keep an eye on LaKenia's page on Instagram. She's at she's on Instagram. She's at blinded I_Peachy, and on Facebook she is at Star Diva Media. Now it'll be in the comments below, so you'll have some time to go and check it out. So you don't have to pause and go back. You'll just hit the link underneath.
There you go. Absolutely.
So Peachy is going to send me her contact information. So if you are interested in the shrimp, if you are interested in her photography work, if you are interested in a t-shirt, if you are interested in CBD oil, amongst a number of other things that she does, check out her pages. She has the information posted. She is also a working model. She does print. She is interested in runway, amongst other things. She just got her pictures. So if you need her comp card, I'm sure she has it electronically so she can email to you. But stay tuned for you. This is a woman that you definitely want to keep an eye out for. She is up and coming in all things. And she has supported me and my initiatives since I've been back from Japan. Like since we reconnected. Hey, Peachy, how you doing? Hey, what you doing? What you got going on? Oh, I'm gonna get a ticket. My baby got a ticket and didn't even come. Support and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a donation, but I can't come. Oh, I'm just gonna come through and get a picture done by Q, but I can't be there long. Support. That's what the Queendom mindset is about. Is support.
All about
that you meet. How? Now, a lot of us, we cannot always support financially, but guess what? You can share the information. You see this video, you see her information below, you can share it. When you see her posting her shrimp, her CBD oil, you can share it. If you have had it before, you can hashtag blinded I_Peachy. You can hashtag Star Diva Media. You can @ Star Diva Media. And
there you go.
Recognize her.
And make some comments underneath my pictures. There you go.
Make some comments. If you're not on TikTok yet, you might want to check that out too. But
hey,
we're not going to give them all that time right now. But is there anything else you want people? So we know what you do. You not only are an entrepreneur and a model, but you started as a way to basically make some money and to, start moving more and more into your purpose. I think every time we talk, I see how you have grown and developed into the queen that you are, and are just continue to enhance the Queendom mindset in terms of supporting, growing, sharing the information and the resources that you get. Is there anything else you would like to share with our queens who are watching?
I did want to share a picture. Let me see if I can get it up.
Oh, yes. Yes. Do you see that, Diva? Yes, that is her at the Big Beautiful Women of Delaware 2020 review, ripping the runway at the Academy for Peace, where the gentleman who has the art on the wall, oh my goodness, and I did have his name sitting here. He actually had the seventh dimension, seventh God was actually the artist on review for like 5 months down at the Academy. Just recently came down. So if you missed Seventh God, you're going to have to check his website. If you have not been to the Academy for Peace, they have been a top sponsor for so many initiatives encouraging women community and peace here in Delaware. If you have not seen LaKeenia on the runway, you definitely want to check out her page. Not only does she have pictures that are coming, that are fresh, hot off the but
Yes.
she has some other pictures that are posted. So if you are looking for a virtual or an in-person model, she is available and she is willing to.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, okay, so we found out what you do, why you do it. How important do you feel like it is for women to start their own businesses?
Good point. I think it's very important because a lot of young females, I believe, are attracted to the wrong thing. So I feel like they can actually develop their own and get from their own instead of looking the wrong direction for that attention as well. Like I actually started my second book and it's about that.
Okay, see, you just got poured out. Okay, so someone asked me about the Queendom. Like I'm always talking about the Queendom and why am I not encouraging men? I'm not a man. And what man do you know will allow me to speak to him and for him to authentically receive it without still going to a man to validate maybe something that I said that may be true, but at the end of the day, I'm not a man. I can speak to women, I can speak to girls. I'm a woman. Most of the things that they are going to go through, experience, I either have sisters, cousins, nieces, and nephews, or friends who have been through it, who are familiar with it, that I can connect them to or with, but I don't know the plight of all men. And for me, I feel like if we can get the women and the girls connected via a Queendom mindset, via helping, supporting, encouraging, having our own, not to exclude the men, but to continue to support our men, but we are able to do that. We are not leaning on you for everything. We are not overburdening our men with things that we can handle. When we have our families and things, we want to be able to contribute to that family. We want to be able to contribute and to sew in to our man. He gonna come home from work tired, exhausted. He needs to eat. We got food, but he worried about bills. I need to be able to contribute too. Let me help. Let me support. I don't want to be the one who is contributing to the downfall of our family because I'm expecting him to do everything. Fiscally, we want to be able to support our families, and the men are part of our families. So the Queendom mindset isn't about excluding men, but it's about supporting the community because the Queendom mindset is about the community. It's called Queendom mindset because it starts with us. We're the mothers. All of you guys have.
We're the nurturers.
Yes, we're the nurturers. We're going to be there to support and to make sure that you have the mental, the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, everything that you need. We are sowing into you at all times, but we can't do that if we're empty.
Absolutely.
Can't do that if we're not grounded. We can't do that if we're not connected, and we can't do that if we don't have the mindset to love, support, and encourage not only ourselves, but our children and our men. And guess what? All of those men came from us, or one of us. And guess what? If we have the right mindset, when we see you hurting, we see our sister hurting. Oh, you're going through, let me check on my sister and let me see how I can help. I can support. It's a mindset, and it's a mindset of community. Even
that's the Queendom
mindset. I have to start with the women first, though. We have to start with the women because the women will set the standard for other queens, and that standard of support and encourage and that sense of community, so that when we see a need, we can fill it.
Absolutely.
Knowing that we are contributing to something larger because we have the right mindset about the community that we're serving.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I did not mean to go off, but you know, you're writing another book.
No, that was a
About a
purpose.
piece of the Queendom.
That was a purpose. That was a purpose. You had to get that release out. That was a purpose. There you
Because
go.
I heard you going there. I heard you going there. I heard you going there. And I'm like, she great right about it. This is really cool is I have been running into women and actually some men who are kind of there already. And
Uh-huh.
it's kind of a confirmation that
Mhm.
the kingdom mindset is right on target with where
That's right where it's supposed to be.
into that sense of community that we're getting now. It's just that we need more people to be on board with that. Because a lot of times we're like, what are you going to give me? What are you going to give me? But
Right. You're waiting for the handout.
but it's more about let me help you, like let's work on this together. And it's not about, well, you're going to be bigger than I'm going to be bigger than, no, we're going to grow. And guess what, when I make it, you make it, because
Exactly.
that I support
Right.
my own, and not only my own, but I'm supporting the community that has always supported and encouraged me, the queens that have been present, the queens that are giving back to other queens to make sure that they have and that they can do and that they are getting those nuggets that they may not have had prior to them having their bumps in the road.
It's the mustard seeds that are being embedded. Yes.
Yeah. So that's the whole, what did I just heard? The series that Oprah has, I was just like, that's the Wear Your Crown series. Now she has men and women that she's talking to, but I'm like, everything that she is saying is about building and empowering people, building and empowering women, men in the community by allowing other people to share their stories, and you not necessarily having to go through. Now you're going to still have to go through because that's how you learn, but give you something to say, you know what? I remember this. I heard this, and I can get through this. I can survive this. I got this.
That's what my logo is for my Star Diva Media. It's called Empower, Engage, and Encourage.
Yep. All day. All day.
All that.
Well,
I wouldn't wear this smile every day if I wasn't.
Girl. You know, and sometimes this happens without me even knowing it's happening.
Exactly. I'll be saying, wait a minute, I'm smiling too much. Hold on, bring it down a little bit. Wait.
What's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. I'm tired. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm kind of sort of stressed. I don't know why this is still there. But that's because in my heart of hearts, I know he got me. I know.
Right, absolutely.
When I go to him, I got my health, I got my wellness, I got my family, I got my friends, and I'm in my right mind. Like there, we none of us are perfect. And
absolutely.
I say be perfect in your imperfections, because those imperfections are needed by other people. Those bumps in the roads that you run into are not always for you, but sometimes they're for somebody else. Because after you get over, you can reach back and say, I got you, because I've been there.
Absolutely.
And a lot of
the
times,
journey that I've been on, Lord knows.
Girl, look, that's gonna have to be a whole nother. We might have to do a sit down for that one, like this, and actually talk about some of those things, because I definitely don't look like what I've been through. And people be like, "But what you been?" And I'm like, you know what? Our bumps in the road are not the same, but they are still impactful for the journey that I'm on. But if you help or encourage somebody, or to share or to connect, or allow them to share their story so that they can have their own release.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they cannot be bound by what was and move into what is or what's about to be.
You better speak about it.
Look, don't even get me started.
Let me tell you, shoot.
In my old age, I be in here crying and rocking like somebody's grandma.
Listen, the bumps and bruises, I'm going to tell y'all this. Stay encouraged, females. Stay encouraged. I'm going to tell you, in 1 year, I went from the shelter to my own house. Purchased my own house. So y'all can do it. Stay encouraged.
That is another piece. We're going to have LaKeenia back on at some point. It may not be the 2021 speaker series. It might be the 2022, or it might be a special where we're just sharing, because there are a couple of homeowners, especially in this season, because the market has been crazy. But I hear now's the time to go commercial if that's something that you're interested in. But thank you, LaKeenia, so much for
Yes, you
sharing
guys are
your
welcome.
CBD oil, for sharing your journey as a model, for sharing your shrimp, your book of poetry that has come out that is explicit, as well as the book that you have coming out soon. I urge you guys to follow her on Instagram at blindedeye_Peachy, or on Facebook, Star Diva Media. And again, the information is below. Thank you again for joining me for the Wear Your Crown Empowerment Series 2021.
I had to adjust it.
Or I see it on you all the time. Until the next time, my name is Annette Fletcher, and we were listening to the Wear Your Crown Empowerment Series with LaKeenia Robinson. Thanks again.